Rats all around.
Mr. Hernandez, are you currently in federal custody? At some point, did you decide to cooperate with the government?
Yes.
In connection with your cooperation, have you pleaded guilty to certain crimes?
Yes.
What crimes did you plead guilty to?
I believe it was
6ix9ine told, gonna told, thugger told, all them rats, and there's a new one born every day.
Time to call the exterminators.
Rat, point him out, where he at? Rat, told on gang, can't take that back. Rat, snitch on your mans, we heard the chat. Rat, name on the file, that's real, no cap. Rat, fold it up when the time got stacked. Rat, cut him off, can't come back. Rat, acted tough, but he cracked. Rat, name on the paperwork, what's that?
Shh, don't speak, phone calls getting leaked. Niggas interrogation room talking with police. Shh, don't speak, phone calls getting leaked. Niggas in interrogation room talking with police.
Rat, point him out, where he at? Rat, told on gang, can't take that back. Rat, snitch on your mans, we heard the chat. Rat, name on the file, that's real, no cap. Rat, fold it up when the time got stacked. Rat, cut him off, can't come back. Rat, acted tough, but he cracked. Rat, name on the paperwork, what's that?
Have you been keeping up with 6ix9ine going on his? He's talking again. You've been paying attention?
A little bit periodically, you know. I'll be working a lot. I'm happy I got you. I know you be on it, but what's going on?
I'm on it.
Okay.
So basically, he's doing a whole run with Vlad. You know how Vlad is. He's gonna give you clips after clips after clips. But there's this one.
Vlad, do you think Vlad is a culture vulture? He using us? Because you know this is a question I like to ask everybody.
No, I don't consider Vlad a culture vulture at this point.
What?
Like,
You?
nah, I don't consider him a culture vulture.
You the first person a black man who ever said they don't see Vlad as a culture vulture.
Real truth.
I don't.
Wow,
I don't. If I say Vlad's a culture vulture, then I'm gonna have to say all of the white boys are culture vultures, and I don't think so. I mean, they
what is a culture vulture?
Because that's the only thing that you could say that would make Vlad a culture vulture. Vlad been around forever. He's been in the culture.
Do Vlad talk about his people? Do he bring his people on his platform, or do he utilize black culture to benefit off of it?
Hip hop is the culture that he's in. He was a DJ. He's into hip hop culture, so he's gonna have to deal with. Vlad was a DJ.
Vlad was a DJ.
Vlad was. That's why he was DJ Vlad before he became Vlad TV. He was a DJ. I remember Vlad from back then. Yeah, Vlad was a DJ. Yes. Yes, they just made that culture vulture narrative and they ran with it only on the basis of him being a white boy. But come on, we can't do that. They've been the Beastie Boy, they've been white boys since the beginning of the culture. So I'm not just gonna call somebody a culture vulture because they're white. You feel me?
I respect.
Yeah, Vlad ain't a culture vulture.
I thought he just popped out and just. I didn't even think that he was a DJ.
Yeah, DJ Vlad. He was good too. He wasn't bad at all.
So yeah, all right, let's get to it. So what's the deal? What's the thing with 6ix9ine? What happened?
So he's been running with 6ix9ine for the last week or so, and it was some important information that's given. Of course, 6ix9ine loves to talk, so he wasn't giving Vlad too much time to talk. He was trying to control the narrative. But there was this one point that I liked where 6ix9ine was talking about Shooti.
How'd you feel when Shooti got 15 years?
I don't give a fuck.
I miss Shooti because he was like the new Suge Knight. He made the industry fun. But he was talking about Shooti messing with his girl, and he choked up. Like 6ix9ine talks crazy. You notice he loves to talk crazy, but at this point, when he talked about Shooti, you could see the fear in his heart. He couldn't even say Shotti's name.
at the end of the day, as a man, look, look me in my eyes. I did not confront him because I was like, damn, niggas gonna give me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real shit. Like, you know what I mean? At this time, I'm being straight up. I didn't have the braveness to confront a nigga that I feel like was gonna shoot me. You know what I mean?
So you were scared of Shooti, basically.
At that moment, you know what I mean?
And he basically said, you know, he was scared of Shotti because he thought Shotti would shoot him. Now, I know everybody talks about him being kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. And your man Wack went on here talking about he's realer than Jim Jones. I'm not giving him that, right?
6IX9INE told me out his mouth, Wack, if I didn't get down, Jim was the number 2. So either way it go, them niggas was gonna be cooked.
That's a, so in your mind, do you feel 6ix9ine is more realer than Jim? Do you feel?
He's realer because he 6ix9ine said it. And this is what I first ruled in my book I let go. You know, the new commandments, the 13 new commandments of the YN.
Okay.
Listen, the first commandment, if they snitch on you, you can snitch on them back.
I think he was kidnapped. I think he was kidnapped from the day he did the Gummo video and they found out he was the bag. So all those drills he been going on, because he, through the whole interview, he kept putting the point that I'm real because I went on the drills. You didn't go on drills. You were kidnapped. You were forced to go on drills.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel, right?
I knew, see, I didn't actually, like, he was a friend of mine. You know, people out there know me, Melly, Rossi, you know what I'm saying? We all had it. It's go far. My knowing 6ix9ine before all the coloring on his skin and all that, he never was a person who you'll look at as he is today, as far as the image.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, I know a lot of dudes who was getting beat up in school. They turned blood, and now they the big homie. They Murder Inc. now. You know what I'm saying? And some of them you won't even play with. I don't know. I think it's just something in the just snapped in their brain from them used to play Nintendo games, and we used to smack them up in public school. Now they grown killers.
Right.
So
respectfully,
at this moment, I can't really judge him and say that, yeah, he ratted. We all know 6ix9ine ratted. But I've never in my years of living, never seen a rat who just say, yeah, I ratted, and my reason for ratting, which could also be respected. Not saying I respect he ratting, but the average person, a regular person, let's just say, if you have sex with my wife and you my man, there's no loyalty involved.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You burned it.
I can respect that.
Shotti, my man. I get Shotti. Shotti, my man. But if you my man and Shotti was humping on my wife, there's no loyalty. I could say I could do whatever. You broke that.
That's true. Listen, when it comes to ratting with 6ix9ine, I'm at peace with him ratting. He's at peace with him ratting, so I have to be at peace with him ratting. What I don't like is he keeps perpetuating this image like he was a gangster because he was around gang. No, you were around gangsters. You were never a gangster. I don't think he was ever. Before he became Blood, he was running around with some Crip dudes called Scum Gang. Do you remember that?
You know, man, Takashi 6ix9ine to the Pop Scum and the Scum Gang. You feel me? We gotta come show love to Scum Gang family. You feel me?
That's our Scum Gang mascot. You feel me? He out there got shit lit right now. You know what I mean? Got billboard in my emails. Got everybody hitting me. 2016
is the Scum season, Scum year. You feel me? And on. We just making moves after moves after moves, hits after hits after hits. That's a fact. You know, Scum Gang Clan, all that. We all TTG with it. Gang.
Facts.
I heard about that. Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. So he was always just in the presence of gangsters. He's one of them dudes that loved the image of gangsters and he wanted to be one. So he kept company with them. But he's using this story of everything that he went through now to kind of be proof that he was a gangster. I don't think he had a gangster bone in his body. He just had a lot of gangsters behind him. If I got 50 Bloods behind me, I could be the softest dude in America. I can scream.
You gotta look at it. It sells. It doesn't matter.
No.
Listen, opinions don't mean nothing in entertainment.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
That's why they say it doesn't matter if you like or dislike. The
It's true.
views is what's counting.
Right.
Who won? Just think about this. Let's deal with reality. Let's everybody who watching the show, just think about this and put it in the comment section. Everybody who stood tall in the courtroom when he told, everybody who disrespect him and call him a rat, he's more successful than all, even Jim Jones.
Put that in the comment section.
He could right now, if 6IX9INE, he could come to New York and do a show with a right amount of security, though. But niggas gonna pull up more than they pull up on Jim Jones.
Wow.
This
wow.
is fact. It's just
You're right. You're right. I'm speechless to that. I can't say nothing about that.
Everybody disrespect him, but he more lit than everybody who did him bad and disrespected him.
Well, he was a marketing genius. I can't take that away from him. He might have messed that up when he.
Listen. Or because you go to court and you tell on somebody, it doesn't make how can I say it, in people who live. Everybody ain't street niggas.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I learned that. It's something called the corporate world. I'm involved right now in the corporate world, which meaning that right now, if somebody sees somebody in my neighborhood robbing a house,
they tell me.
They ain't gonna mind their business.
Right.
No, they're gonna call the police.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
Listen, even if you gotta go to what they call it, like they just send you a letter for you to go to court and you gotta be part of the jury. Like some people, regular people get that. So
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. Do you respect him saying he was a blood, or do you never credit him with ever being a blood? He was just.
You want to know what blood did that's wrong? Blood put on that negative in that image. Why you can't be a doctor, a cop? You know what I'm saying? We need to listen. If the only way being a blood, the blood nation would have advanced amongst all, because there's so many of us. If we would have let people just be themselves. Everybody can't be a gangster. You gotta have nerds. You gotta have people who, you want to sell drugs, you sell drugs. You gotta have people who's lawyers. You gotta have cops. The world is bigger than dirty street niggas on the corner.
So that kind of backs up what Jimmy is saying, because Jimmy's saying we could have been a fraternity, Bloods, not we, because I'm 550, but Bloods could have been the same thing as what a fraternity is, but you would have to allow people in that's not street.
But Jim Jones give off the wrong image. You can't contradict yourself and call and say you a bozo because you didn't put in work. Jim Jones contradicted himself. He makes songs and talk about we the realest niggas, we outside. He like this on the phone. Or what I call him, a YN OG. He like this on the phone, we outside. Now, you might have some different type of bloods who have a wife and kids and they inside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't play both sides.